Hi, happy holidays. This is Samsarah Morgan, your urban nana, and welcome to another talk about Santa Claus. Hope you're having a great day, by the way. It's very rainy here in Northern California. Today is December 11th, and we've been having a very, very, very rainy day today, and the kids got to stay home from school, and it was quite a mess, but it's a calm and pleasant evening now with a steady, lovely rainfall, and we need that. We've been having a drought here, so we are grateful. I hope things are warm and safe where you are. And I wanted to continue the conversation we started the other day in my first little talk about this. A friend and client had asked me my opinion of sharing the Santa Claus story and the Santa Claus, what would it call, tradition with children, and whether I felt that was a good idea, and I definitely do feel it's a good idea. And I talked in the first little video together about the positive nature of having a ceremony that surrounds children. It has to do with joy and wonder. It has to do with positive, sweet things. Learning to be generous by first being the receiver of gifts when one is very young. I want to talk today a little bit about something that is really not a good idea. You know, our traditions come to us over time, floating through time and space, and some things start out being really pure and wonderful and helpful, and then strange things occur. My understanding of St. Nicholas was that, well, as I said in the first little talk, he's a Catholic saint. He's a patron saint of children. It does not say anywhere that I've read that's not having to do with some kind of marketing scheme or dysfunctional parenting thinking or way to get children to behave in order to sell toys to them. I've heard nothing about this Santa, St. Nicholas Santa, giving only to children who were quote-unquote good. I haven't heard anything about that. That's not the point. Children are, by their very natures, beautiful and good. You know, their behavior is different than their intrinsic self. And their behavior in and of itself is neither good nor bad. Generally, children are responding to some sort of need, and it's our job as the adult people to try to figure out what those needs are, and if children need boundaries, we give them boundaries and correction, always in an affirming way, always in a loving way, always in a way of helping the young person see themselves as a good and worthy human being. The fact that I spilt my milk or even hit my sister doesn't make me now a bad person. It makes me a person that's doing some things that are some pretty big cries for help and needs attention, might need correction, and might definitely need to apologize to their sister, because that's not cool. So my desire in this little talk is to just point out that it's never a good idea to use anything in a bribing or coercive fashion with regard to kids, and especially something that is supposed to be giving, life-giving and affirming. Definitely, the story of Santa Claus is one that's supposed to warm the heart and uplift the spirit. And so tying that story into someone's behavior or using it as a threat, oh, you were bad, I'm going to tell Santa on you, or you're not going to get your gifts, or you're going to get coal in your stocking, is definitely a way to just kill the buzz of that entire beautiful story. And it's something that could definitely be a thorn in the child's side as the child grows up and gradually begins to realize who the people acting as Santa in his or her life actually are. In the next little talk I give, I'm going to talk about that transition of the Santa story, and hopefully how we tell the story and act out the story in such a way that it doesn't have to be a traumatizing event, that kids can come to understand and appreciate why little children are told one version of the story, and the story slightly changes as the young one grows up. But for this talk, I want to say that if you're a child and you've been threatened for 5 years or 6 years with the loss of toys and the loss of gifts because you acted one way or another, and then you get to the point where you realize that, oh, this story is a little different than the story that I was told when I was 2.5 years old. That for sure can lead to a tremendous sense of disappointment and even anger, and a breach of trust between parent and child, which is unnecessary and very painful. So if we're going to tell this beautiful tale to children, let's keep it light, let's keep it positive, let's keep it affirming. And in my next talk, I'm going to give my little recommendation on how we can share this celebratory story with our young people without it leading to a breach of faith, a lack of trust, and anger with us, the adults in the child's life. So, I'll be back soon. You have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will look forward to our next time together.